Thanks for meeting with me today. We'll go over a few of the facts of my solar panels, and then once I'm done with the presentation, you can ask any other questions that you need to ask. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So this shows how much solar panels will cost in our state and every other state in the United States. But ours is, we're going to go over Texas. Ours is $17,088, and the national average is $17,056. So we're about $30 above the national average, which isn't much at all. But we are, if you look at the colors and everything, we're right in the middle of what it can cost all throughout the United States. Okay, so what your customers can be expected to save monthly is around $87 in the United States, or in Texas in the United States. The national average is only $84, but like I said before, we're right here in the middle of our monthly savings. Okay, so over 20 years, the state of Texas can save $20,960. But the national average is only $20,080. So we're almost $1,000 above the national average. But again, we're still right in the middle of the United States on savings. Okay, and so this is how long it will take to pay for itself. The state of Texas is in the lower portion, so it takes about 14 years, but as time progresses, it keeps going down, and that's more toward the end of the years in all of the United States. We don't have a national average on this one, but they say that Washington, D.C. is like the national average, and it has about 11 years, so a little bit over the national average, but that's just because not a lot of people in Texas have gotten to this point yet. And that's all I have.
Okay, so a couple of questions. What type of operation arrangement do you have with your suppliers?
We contact our suppliers directly. We don't have a middleman, so it's just us and them. And we fix out any of the details that are going bad. Like if there's a shipment running late, they let us know. We have very great communication with them.
If that shipment's running late, will it directly affect my business, or is that a typical thing that happens?
It's not a typical thing. It very randomly happens. The only time we've had it happen is during like hurricane season, if it takes them a while to get them up here because they're coming from down south in Texas. Mm-hmm. That's the only time it'll happen. If it does happen, it won't directly affect you or us installing your solar panels, simply because we'll have enough in inventory to put them on the houses and still keep going.
I understand you can increase my market share. How have you been performing for your other prospects?
We've increased a lot of our market shares for all of our clients. American National Homes is a big one that we're doing right now, and we have increased our market share about 3% right now. But we expect it to keep going up. That's simply just because we can sell them to make a good profit, but when they sell it to their clients, there's a lot of new clients that want that on their home, so it increases their profit, which will increase your market share in the end.
I know you slightly went over this, but how does your solar panels compare to others in the industry, specifically in this area?
In this area, we have a lot of companies that do the same thing I'm doing, but ours comes from down south. These solar panels are made in Texas for Texas weather, for the hail that randomly comes, for tornadoes, high winds, anything, monsoon rain, like everything that you can imagine. That's what we're prepared for, and that's why they're made here. Ours are very long lasting, very durable, and that's why we sell them at a little bit of a markup, but not much. It's enough for us to get a little bit of a profit, but not a huge amount of profit. We do have another company here locally that uses our same solar panels, but they mark up tremendously, and their contract labor is about doubled what we cost. There's one more that's around here that's cheaper than us. They charge about the same contract labor, but they don't use the same panels. Their panels are imported from the Northeast. So,
if your supplier develops a more efficient energy panel, would this affect our pending contract, or could it alter our contract in any way, or are we locked in for a certain amount of time?
What we would do is we do a contract annually because technology changes dramatically throughout years. So we would do a contract through our lawyers, and we would draw up everything for this year. Then when it comes time next year to redo a contract, we'll go through the lawyers again. If anything technology-based has changed, we will update the contract to say that. Now, saying that, if the contract sticks with one solar panel, if they create a better solar panel that I think would be better on the homes, I'll let you know. We'll go over the cost of production. If the cost of production is so much more, then I will increase the cost, but it will not increase dramatically. It'll increase about the cost of production so that I still make a little bit of a profit, but it's not going to dramatically change our contract. If there is no change, then we'll just keep our contract the way it is and renew, and we'll make sure we do it yearly just so that we can make sure we're keeping up with technology times.
Okay, so per se, in the middle of our contract, panels price increases. Are we still going to pay the price that we were at the beginning because our contract isn't over? Or
we would still charge you the amount that the contract is. That's how much we would still charge you. We will eat the cost if it does go up throughout the year. But we are very close with our supplier, so he will let us know if that does in fact change. If there is any kind of room for that to change, and we'll let y'all know on that as well.
One of my closing questions is customer satisfaction very important to you, or are you just trying to sell your product for a profit?
Customer satisfaction is a huge thing. When you see our lawyers draw up the contract, there will be a section for the customer satisfaction, and in that customer satisfaction portion, if your customers are not satisfied or they feel like one of the solar panels is being defaulted, we will come out there, we will check it with our own men, and it will be a warranty with us. And if there is anything that's wrong with the warranty, we go back to our supplier, we reorder a new panel, and we will install it for free because that's a warranty cost on us.
That's all the questions I have for you.
Okay, awesome. So we will have our lawyers draw up a contract. It'll take them about 2 days. We'll email it to your lawyers, so we'll get all that information. Once we email it to your lawyers, they can look over it. Any discrepancies they see or any discrepancies y'all see, if you want to talk about cost, if you want to go through more steps, we can easily go through that over the phone. I'll call you in about 3 days to make sure you have the contract, you've looked through it, and make sure there's nothing that you're disagreeing with. Once we do that, we'll set up at that time another meeting to meet face-to-face in order to sign the contract. And once we sign the contract, then it'll be a done deal. We'll set up planning after that. We'll make spreadsheets, set up planning for how many homes you're going to build, how many contractors we need there, how many solar panels we need, and we will also go from there on when we need to renew our contract annually.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Thanks.